Hi everybody, Lori here. Thanks so much for joining me today. I've got a fun interactive card to share with you using lots of Mama Elephant goodies. And the backstory on this card, when I was at the Create event for Simon's Stamp in Columbus, Ohio, Mama Elephant had this cute little booth and they were making this card and I fell in love with it. And I knew when I got home, I wanted to try to recreate it using what I have and the colors that I love. And so here's my take, and it's featuring the Birthday Bash stamp set. So I'm going to be stamping the image from the Birthday Bash onto Bristol paper using a VersaFine ONYX black ink. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to color the images in using Zig clean color markers. Normally I color with Copics. This time I'm spicing it up with the Zigs. And here's another little treasure I picked up at the Create event. This is a stamped chamois case. And the lady who makes these was at the event. She wasn't necessarily selling them, but she pulled one out of her purse, and when I saw it, I about died. I said, I have to have that in my life right now. Her store is called makeitbymarco.etsy.com. She also makes these cool little glue holders right here, this rainbow glue holder. And this has nothing to do with my project. I'm totally getting on a tangent, but I got to share with you. So her and her husband make these with their 3D printer, and they have an Etsy shop. Go there, check it out. There's lots of different colors and patterns, and I love it. So I'm also going to stamp a little Chickie from the Little Chickie Agenda. And again, just kind of copying the card that Mama Elephant made at the Create event. Here's another little treasure, the Water Media Mat by Waffle Flower Crafts. I packed this in my suitcase, and it didn't get a single crinkle or crease. And I'm excited to try this out with the Zig clean color markers. Put it on some dark cardstock so that it shows up a little better. So I have the 24 pack of Zigs. I'm just going to pull them out and throw them on my table and go to town. I also have a water brush. I believe this is a Tim Holtz water brush. So here I go. This is what I'm going to do. I scribble on some pink Zig clean color marker. I pick it up with a water brush. And I just go to town coloring in these images. Nothing fancy schmancy. Very simple, very easy. Flat color lay. I'm not doing any shading or gradient. I'm just laying in the color. And I'll try to do as many images as I can in pink. And then I'll move on to orange and yellow and just work my way through the rainbow. Because this is a lot to color. I'm not going to lie. I did one of these a couple weeks ago. Same image, and I colored it with Copics. And it took me a while with all the shading and all that jazz. And if you like to color, you like to sit down, put on some music, then enjoy yourself. I don't have a lot of patience for coloring. That's why I do a lot of ink blending, because to me it's quicker. But for scenes like this with the critters and the presents, you really got to color it. There's no way around it, so you got to pick your medium. You know what I mean? Pick your poison. What's it going to be? You're going to color with Copics, watercolor, ziggies, color pencil, what have you. You just got to enjoy it. You sit down, put on a little music. I got my Spotify, and I'm going through phases with music right now. I'm kind of on a bit of an 80s rock kick, which is comical. I love Eric Clapton, Lay Down Sally. Have you heard that song? If you haven't, check it out. It'll just toot your flute. I'm telling you. And then I love, oh my gosh, the soundtrack to A Star Is Born. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Just, they're rocking my world. And not really a rocker, you know, but they are so good. And this water media mat is working beautifully for picking up the paint. You know, when I want to get a little spicy, I might mix two colors together, like I did mix a little orange and yellow together for the kitty cat. But for the most part, I just pick up the one solid color and lay it down. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. And it's coming together pretty good. Of course, I sped it up. And then I wipe off the paint with my stamp chamois there. And it cleans off beautifully. Now I'm going to take the coordinating die to the Birthday Bash off camera, run it through my die cutting machine, as well as the little Chickie agenda image. And then this is the Wiper Surprise die, which I'm going to die cut right into the Birthday Bash image. I'm going to take that same Wiper Surprise die and run it through a piece of white cardstock. And then for the little wiper, I'm going to die cut that with white cardstock as well. So for the wiper, there's several dies to choose from for different wipers. Some pop up to the right, Some pop up to the left, depending on your card orientation and what you're going for. There's options there. I'm not going to begin to even pretend that I know what I'm doing. If you want to know how to put these wiper surprise cards together, go to the Mama Elephant YouTube channel. They have a few tutorials there that walk you through putting together these interactive cards. Right now I'm stamping a little bit of confetti on my background card base. I used the Party Animals stamp set, and they have these little confetti images and stars. I stamped them with Mama Elephant inks, just in various colors that kind of tied in with the birthday bash image. So now I'm bending the score marks, which were made from the wiper surprise die. Basically, one folds to the right and the other part folds to the left. I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about. I watched those tutorials over and over, and they make it look so simple, and I get excited, and then when I try to do it, I get confused. So hopefully I don't confuse you. But I put a little score tape on the left side of the birthday bash, adhered it down. Now for the wiper element, just a smidge of adhesive on that end triangle piece. So just that little end triangle piece gets adhered to the inner fold of your back card base there, the folding part. And then lastly, a little bit of adhesive on the back side of the right end of the birthday bash scene, and you pop that down. That's it. It just gets adhered in 3 places. And the wiper part is done. Now I'm just going to pop on my little Chickie using glossy accents, going to add that to the wiper element. And that's it. This is so stinking adorable. You just want to open and close this little thing all the live long day. Now for the sentiment, I went ahead off camera and embossed the sentiment from the birthday messages stamp set. I also used one of the sentiment strips dies to die cut out my sentiment strip. I popped that up and this card is finished. Now be prepared for this card. It's going to get a lot of love. Everyone in the room is going to want to open it and close it at least 50 times. So it's going to get worn out, but it's going to get a lot of love, which it should. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.